having you on my show. So guys, this is the new guest who will be sharing his high school experience with us. Aaron, can you tell my viewers about your high school experience?
Yeah, a very quick one. This is a very nice one. I want to share three basic things, or I would like to come from three different angles. Yeah, while in high school. Okay, so I want to talk about fun. Yeah, and then I also love to talk about bullying, and then at the same time I also want to talk about the interesting parts while in high school. Okay, my dad is a contractor, he's an engineer, and then so something a job took him out of the states. Yeah, he had to leave. So before he hit my command up, funny enough, they had already written my community, and that's Mothers for You. I got the scholarship. So the fun part of this is that when I got into that school, a lot of things, some foreigners from other schools were there, so I was able to meet some people, especially I just got to discover that a pattern of schooling in high school in Nigeria is quite different from other countries. Yeah, it's quite different. Some other countries, like especially the Francophone countries, their way of schooling is quite, it's spectacular. They give this free school like expression, majorly express yourself. Even from just you express yourself. From my experience, then like the maximum class you could have in a day is 2 hours. Not like here you go to school, you go from morning till evening. So if you're having a subject with any teacher, maximum is 2 hours, minimum is 1 hour. So the fun part was that while I was in high school, I used to have some cartel, some friends, that they are into some kind of lifestyle that if you don't show up, if you don't look like them, carried along and all of that. So and then even some girls in the class too, you have to meet up to that standard for you
to talk to some
oh
girls.
No, my God, you need to. So at some point I was actually enjoying it anyways. I was enjoying it. You're a fine guy or a fine boy, whatever, and you're not meeting up to that, then like nobody wants to take you along.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody wants to take you along. So the fun is that while in high school, I had some friends.
You all were meeting up to the standard. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, of course, because I had to, so meeting up to the standard, I had to, so, and then I had some friends that were cool. Sometimes, funny enough, sometimes there are some sections of classes we'll have, and then some of my friends, they were like, they started introducing me to some kind of thing, like taking about alcohol. Like, while in JSS2, you get, so like the Francophonians, they call it Senken.
Senken?
Yeah.
That's alcohol?
Yeah. No, like the class.
Okay.
Yeah, just one is Cesium. Yeah, then just 2 is Senken. Yeah, then just 3 is called Second. Yeah, Second. Then down to like over there they have a 7 class. 7 class.
Instead of 6?
For you to pass, instead of 6 to 7 class. Cesium, Senken, Second, Premier, Terminal, and the rest. So you have to go through the 7th class first. Unlike Nigeria, it's just
6 class.
Junior, GSS, junior class, and then the senior class. So while in high school, then I used to have this kind of friend that while in GSS2, which is the second, we go out. Sometimes there are some section of classes where we go out for fun, we go drink first before coming for class. So you can imagine, like, you want to feel along.
So for the times you guys leave the school to go take alcohol, you are not stopped at the gates, the security guard,
Nobody stops you. Nobody stops you.
You just ask as you want. You just leave and come back.
Yeah. It's more like that's why you see sometimes.
And none of you get drunk when you go out to drink and come back.
Even if you're drunk,
you still have to come
you don't have. The only thing is you don't have to display. Like you don't have to show that something else. Yeah, exactly.
But alcohol, it does some. People react to alcohol in certain ways.
Yeah. When they are intoxicated, like
about it.
Yeah, that's for some people. But for my cartels, those guys, no way. Like
you guys are the bad guys.
Oh my God, like no way. So the first time I ever tried it, I was having a math class. Yeah, and my math teacher used to. There's this girl in my class. Her name is Nadia. Okay, so Nadia, it's not actually Nigerian. She's not even from that country, but she's a very very black.
Fine.
And she's too pretty, like so.
Finer than me, yeah.
I wouldn't want to compare now. You know you're fine.
God,
so
break my heart.
yeah. So what happened was, I used to like I have the maths teacher is actually my rival because
So
she
the
was
maths teacher
crushing
likes
she was crushing
crush
on
on you.
Nadia while Nadia was crushing on me. You see the reverse, the case is reversed here. So while and then in class then I'm good at chemistry, physics, and then maths. But because of that maths teacher, I decided not to be doing maths anymore. Yeah, in my class, yes, yeah, seriously. So when I discovered that this guy was my rival, I started disliking the guy and all of that. So the fun was that then in secondary school you have the dates, the girlfriend, everybody within the school premises must know this is my girlfriend.
Friend. I get.
Because if you cross the paths, voila. So there's nothing like a hidden lifestyle. You must know. Like even your classmates, they must know. Other classes must know. So then in school, I used to be like, people exalt me. They like, I don't really know, but till date, sometimes I ask myself why. You get? So this were the aspect of the fun I have ever experienced in my secondary school days.
You had so much fun.
No, so much fun.
So
Like
much fun.
if life
Wait,
was
so going out to take alcohol and coming back to class is the fun? Because I'm trying to figure out the fun here.
yeah.
Anyway, at that age,
as at that
fun
age, it was
to you,
fun.
yeah. I get
Yes,
it.
as at
At
that
that age,
age.
it was fun, and a girl crushing on you while the teacher was
You
fun.
don't have to keep your hair like right.
It's part of the
Okay,
fun, yeah.
it was.
I
Okay, why looking at me? Just gaze, you know that I'm not the bully type.
no, I'm not the show professor.
No, I'm not the bully type.
Obviously.
No, like
obviously.
seriously, I didn't actually practice anything bullying while in school.
Are
in
you
high
wearing
school.
worried? Like from the teachers, from the seniors?
Apart from my maths teacher.
He
yeah.
bullied you because his crush was crushing on you.
Yeah, he was my rival. So not like as if he
making
was
it
quite
tough,
scared.
yeah.
He was quite scared of me at the same time.
How?
He knew the girl he was crushing on.
Likes you.
You get, so he knew. So the
Okay.
case was that since this guy is actually, so I have to do something to. But before he could, so I started possessing some of my classmates in that mentality of eating him. You get, yeah, and like over there when a teacher is being reported by the students over and over, get ready to leave the school.
So you influenced your
Yeah,
keep reporting him.
You get, yeah, and funny enough, he was just.
And you say you were not.
He was just he was just a young graduate too at the same time who was just admitted in the school as a school
Henry,
staff.
admit it, you bullied.
I didn't
Because
bully
it's
him.
part of the brain, making your cartel to report him, and often,
Okay.
and you know the outcome of when a
Okay.
student reports a teacher over and over again.
Okay,
So-
you know what actually happened was because at some point when he discovered that that girl Nadia was crushing on me and there was no option for him and he really needed this girl. So at some point he had no other option than to do some funny thing. Okay,
Like
so
making
yeah.
you fail his course or something.
Yeah, exactly. So
But you said
I had no
you
choice.
never had to this course serious. So not like you failed.
No.
You failed yourself. Because he was crushing on your girl. You didn't take his course serious. So you failed yourself.
High school life was something else. Okay, it was something else. So I was never a bully in school. Yeah, I was never a bully.
And you were not worried.
Never.
Well, making
never.
your cartel to report to the teachers. You're able.
No, they didn't actually report him, okay? I was just trying to create this impression in them that this guy is the wrong person. This guy is the wrong person. And if you guys don't follow him the way I'm saying it, you guys should be ready to fail.
It's
Yeah, so
mad,
that's
like,
it.
it's
So that was just the thing.
I-
Then shortly, the third one, I want to talk about the uglies in high school, right? The uglies. You know, there are so many uglies. I got to meet one guy like that who happens to be a friend somehow. Then this guy introduced me to a clubbing life. It was just once as I did. And he was like, let's go to the club. I was like, okay, club. this is an experience I will never forget. Every year I share this experience with people. Anybody I come close to that has to do with this kind of life.
Discussion.
Yeah, I was always so. We were like, okay, I was like, okay, fine, let's go. So that night, we were like, okay, fine. I accompanied him. We went to the club. Me, I was just so dull because the system was not part of me, irrespective of the fact that we've seen things a little way. So I was just like relaxing. I'm like, no, I said I don't want to take alcohol. Like, let me just stay and observe. Guess I didn't even know that this guy had a motive for us to have gone to the club that night. There is an ambition and that he didn't even disclose to me. He didn't disclose it to me. I'm telling you, he didn't share. So I was just seeing him as a normal guy. We went out just to see people and catch phone, come back. So funny enough, after about 1 a.m. So I didn't know he was actually monitoring this guy who was sitting with a girlfriend and drinking. I didn't know he saw this guy with the gold. Yeah. So he was calculating the movement and everything of this guy. So I'm talking about the uglies in high school. So one way or the other, some viewers, whether youths, teenagers, parents who are watching, they know what I'm talking about. So after some time, he was like, guy, let's go. We stepped out. He said, I said, at the door of the club door, he said, let's wait. I said, but you say, let's go now, let's go.
Are we waiting for
you? Can imagine, dummy. I used to think I was very brave and brilliant, but not knowing that there are some things that you need to still know. So I was just like, okay, but you said, let's go. Right here, we're standing at the door spot. Why? He said, wait, I should wait. So the guy came out, passed, I followed him. Okay, he said, let's go. We started following. That was when he then exposed, he then had to make it a potential to me that we're following this guy. Like, for what? He's like, don't worry, just follow me. I saw him as someone who is very exposed, who knows some things, and why am I bothered? I followed this guy down to the house of this man.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got to the house. Like, seriously.
To the guy's house, the one you guys followed from the club.
We traced him to his house. Now, when we got to the house, at the gates, we managed to enter the gate. I was like, well, is this stealing? What are you trying to do? So he was like, don't worry, because if, I guess that at that point, if it was something that he had made a quotation to me, I would have declined it. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just follow. Though it's night, since it's not broad day, maybe. So we followed and then we got into the house. So at the spot of the door, this guy entered with the girl. And then, I don't know if, I can't remember again if it was a personal house or something. Yeah, so when he entered, at the door, like very, very, you know how door used to be like the damn, there was no space. I don't know how this guy manipulated and managed to open the door. Like right beside the door, there was a stool where this guy removed his coat and everything and dropped it. So this guy was trying to stretch his hand to pick up. I'm talking about the uglies in high school. So he managed to drag the chain with the weight of the gold. He dragged it and it fell down. God save me. It was an army man. It was an army man, unknowing. So when the guy came and, he was like, who's that? He came out and we all touched by the side and me, I don't know, I had to run a far distance. He was like, he came back again, he called me, he went and he removed the chain. Guess what? Not knowing that the army man, as an intelligent man, he has sensed something wrong going. So while he went for the second trial, the man was already waiting. He has arranged his gun, bullet and everything. So while he tried dragging down the gold chain, this army man came out and shot. Started chasing him. God, you need to see me that day running. I ran that day like my toes were touching my skull. I ran like, you need to see. I was running. I was like, oh God, if you can see me from this.
I will follow this guy again.
But that was the truth. After that day, I told him, see, in your life, never.
I'm not your friend.
So these were one of the uglies in high school.
Thank God you're very caught. Imagine you being beaten out by a soldier.
I'm being killed now, a soldier. You're trying to steal from a soldier.
And the middle of the night, nobody will even know what happens to you.
There is no military man that will spare you cutting stealing from him.
Exactly,
That's the
true.
They won't spare you.
Exactly.
You get. They won't spare you. So it's the ugly experience in high school.
Thank you for coming to share. You had a nice one.
It's fine.
At least you weren't bullied. That's the main important.
Looking at me, you know I'm not the bully type.
And
but I tried. Nobody.
That's cool. And you had for your campus was full of fun. Aww,
You can say that for
nice. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Hey guys, stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget that this show is proudly sponsored by Passion Store, home of exotic perfumes and accessories. Check them out on Instagram and patronize them. Thank you. Bye.